Hi, today's video is going to be a new series, Top 10s. This is going to be my top 10 coasters at Six Flags Great Adventure. This is a fantastic theme park. I love this park. It's my home park. It is one great amusement park. I'm going to be ranking their top 10. They have 13 coasters in the park, and I'm going to be ranking 10 of them because they have 2 kiddie coasters and 1 okay coaster. Coming in the number 10 spot is Runaway Mine Train or Skull Mountain. This is really a decision of which ride do I hate more. Runaway Mine Train, it's actually an enjoyable ride, but until you get to that last turn where it is unbearably rough. It's awful at that last turn. It's just, I can't stand it at that last turn. And the bar is literally like in your stomach. It's like similar to the Superman restraints in New England, which I don't like those restraints at all. And Skull Mountain, I actually don't hate the ride. The ride's not bad. It doesn't have great transitions like every coaster enthusiast talks about. It is good transitions, and it's not completely in the dark, which I don't like. They have like what they call theming. It's not very good. The outside of the mountain looks good, decent. No, the front of the mountain looks great. The sides just kind of turns into a warehouse looking building on the side. And like what happened? I can see that. So I don't really understand what happened there. But the main reason why I'm putting it at number 10 or number 11, you can say what you want about this, it's because the way they organize this line is awful. You don't really have to wait at all. You come to the station, there's like 20 million people there. It's awful how they organized it. It always takes an hour to get on the ride because the ride ops are always slow. I don't know what it is about this ride, but it is so incredibly slow. It takes forever. So that's why it's coming in last place. And Runaway Mine currently is at one bad spot. I'm leaning towards Skull Mountain because when it's a walk-on, it's pretty good. And the mine trains, it's okay. So now let's move on to number 9. Number 9 is the Dark Knight Coaster. This is a wild mouse in a box. The thing I really hate about this ride is they make you sit through a pre-show. It's like a walk-on, and there's nobody there, and you just want to get on the ride. You don't want to see a pre-show. Like, it's not even a good pre-show. It's not like a Disney level pre-show or Universal level one. It's kind of sucks. It doesn't really make sense, and I don't really understand why they had to put that in there. I like that it's theming, but you should get the option to skip the pre-show if you want, and they do not give you that option, which I really don't like about this ride. So after you sit through a 5-minute pre-show that you really don't care about, you board your subway train. I forget what it's actually called. It's actually pretty good theming, and you go up a really fast lift hill. It's a wild mouse. I'd consider one of the better wild mouses. It's a good ride. It's in the dark. They have some good theming, but that's about it for the Dark Knight Coaster. Number 8 is Green Lantern. This ride, I feel like it tried so hard but failed so bad. It is a B&M stand-up coaster. It has great elements. When you actually look at the layout of this coaster, it's a great layout. And then you think, what could have went wrong? It's a stand-up coaster. That's what went wrong. And they try to give you airtime on the stand-up coaster. So your feet come off the ground. You go up a foot or two, which is actually pretty fun, and then you slam back down right in your crotch, and it really hurts. So that's why it's coming in at number 8. They need to convert this into like a floorless or something. The ride's not that rough, but I don't get what the point of airtime on a stand-up coaster is. And it also really hurts your legs when you, in like the really intense sections at the end. Never really understood stand-up coasters. I've always thought them to be bad rides, and this one's no exception. They need to do something with this, like floorless conversion, wing conversion, anything but a stand-up. It would work as a great ride for any other type of train. Because it's stand-up coaster, it's coming in at number 8. Now you're going to see a dramatic change of attractions. Now, we got through the bad coasters. The rest are great rides. And number 7 is the Joker. I love this ride. I think it's a good ride. I know people don't like it because it's like an SNS 40 free spin. It's been cloned. I like it. It's fun. You get some really good rides on this if your car's unbalanced. You could be like upside down for like 5-10 seconds and get great hang time. But with that being said, sometimes the bar will come down on you way too far, and it will hurt a lot. You will get so stapled a couple of times. But when you don't get stapled, it's a fantastic ride. You could get a really good cycle. And all in all, I think this is a great ride, great fit for the park. And now let's move on to number 6. Number 6 is Superman. Superman's a good ride. It's decent. The first half is great. The second half is, it's okay-ish, I guess. First half has a great drop. It's usually a little retracting at the bottom of that drop. You start to shake a little bit. You come up into a pretzel loop. This is insanely intense. I love this pretzel loop. It feels like an elephant sitting on your chest when you're at the bottom of it. Great element here. Then you do a little turn to the left, come back through the pretzel loop, and here's where the ride starts to go downhill. You do just 2 turns that don't really do anything. You wander, oh my god. You just randomly make turns. It doesn't really do anything. You meander around. I don't really get what the point of that is. And then you go into a Heartline roll with them, which is pretty good. So that's Superman. It would be nice if they would actually do something there other than a couple of turns. So now let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is Batman the Ride. This is a really intense ride. It's a great ride. From the moment it leaves that lift hill, it is gonna whip you around. It's not very re-rideable. You can get pretty dizzy. Even experienced coaster riders will get dizzy on this. It's most I've ever ridden is twice in a row, and then I went to the next row. It's a good ride. It's a clone again, but it's definitely good. They have it starts off with a nice curved drop, which is nice. Vertical loop, 0G roll, another vertical loop, then it kind of twists you around. This is the area where you'll gray out, comes back around, goes into a corkscrew, turns to the right, goes into another corkscrew. All very whippy, and then comes back into the station. And that's pretty much your ride. It's a good ride. I prefer the inverts that are more spread out, but I know people who love compact as hell inverts like Batman the Ride, and they like it a lot. But I prefer rides like Great Bear, where there's more to it than just the boom and it's done. So now let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4 is King Ka, the tallest coaster in the world. This is an Intamin launch coaster. It's 456 feet tall and 128 miles per hour. I love this ride. I think it's a great ride, but there are some problems with it, like the over-the-shoulder restraints and the roughness on the launch. This ride could definitely use some retracting on the launch section, and you could definitely change the restraints. You don't need those big, bulky Intamin restraints. You could go something like I-305 and have the soft ones, or just go like Top Thrill Dragster, have a T-bar. This ride's fully capable of having a T-bar. So I definitely think it could do this, and it will be a way better fit for the ride, and it will make the ride a lot better. In terms of the layout, it just launches you, great launch. You get a little bit of head banging. I don't really get it because my head goes between the restraints because I have a small head. Then you go up the tower, come back down, airtime hill, and it's kind of like a full throttle airtime hill. It just kind of dies at the very end, and it would be nice if it continued and just die. So that kind of sucks there. But all in all, I think this is a great ride, and it's very deserving in the number 4 spot. Coming in at number 3 is Bizarro. I love this ride. It's probably my favorite floorless. It's probably top 2. I think I like Dominator a little bit more than this. This is a great floorless coaster. You come up, you can see the safari, which is cool, and then you go and the last remaining piece of Great American Dream Machine. Then you come down, you go through the mist. Here's the thing, this mist is great in a 95-degree summer day, but it sucks if you're there in like November. It's awful. They don't turn it off, so it's freezing. And then you go through a vertical loop and a dive loop, and then into a 0G roll, and then through a Cobra roll and into the mid-course brake run. The only section where you get some headbanging is in the mid-course brake run section, is when you go up to the mid-course brake run. And then you drop down, go into Intense Helix, which actually has some nice theming. It has a couple buildings, which I like, cardboard cutouts, but it's some theming. And it comes around, does 2 more corkscrews, and the ride's pretty much over. And I think this is a great ride. It's a great fit for the park, and it should be here for many more years to come. And that's why it's at the number 3 spot. At number 2 is Nitro. This is a B&M Hypercoaster. This is a fantastic ride. The last time I rode it was at Holiday in the Park, and I thought it was pretty rough, but it was winter, and, well, it's always a little rougher in winter, so I'm going to get back to the park pretty soon to see if that changed. This is my home park, so I ride this coaster a lot, and I think it's a great ride. You go up a lift hill, you go up a 235-foot lift hill, you drop down, go into a turnaround, you go up, turn to the left, airtime hill, turn around, another airtime hill, and this is probably the best part of the ride. The helix is great. You almost always gray out on this thing. It's an awesome helix. It is so intense. Then you pop into the mid-course brake run. I'd love if this mid-course brake run was just like a straight section of track, because the airtime that you would get off of it would be insane. And then you go into about 5 more floater hills that are great hills. And if you like airtime, you're going to love these hills. So that's why Nitro comes in at number 2. And number 1 should be no surprise. It's El Toro. This is one fantastic ride. This is an Intamin prefabricated wooden coaster. And this is a fantastic ride. I can't get over how good this ride is. Since the second you leave the lift hill, it is non-stop. You don't slow down. So let's break this ride down a little bit. You come out of the station. It's the old station for Viper. And there's actually a little bit of theming, which I like. And you come out, make a left turn, go up a cable lift hill, which is nice because it gets you up nice and fast. You do a turnaround, and if you're on the back, this drop is insane. It is one of the best drops on any coaster ever, because the front is a quarter of the way down the drop, and you're still on the turn. So you're getting like flung to the side, and then you get the airtime, so it's like sideways airtime kind of. It's like lateral airtime, which is awesome. And then go into 2 huge camelbacks. This is awesome. I love these 2 hills. They're great hills. And then you go into a turnaround. It's a nice turnaround. Great there. And then you pop up, go into a little airtime hill. Then come down, then go into a speed hill, left turn, and you go into, my opinion, the best moment of the ride. you start to slow down a little bit, but if you're sitting in the back, this is definitely a backseat ride. You get blown. You get tossed over this hill. You actually have to like prepare for this, or it will hurt a lot. There is so much airtime on this hill. And then you go into some nice intense turns to end out the ride. This is a fantastic ride. I love this, and that's why it's coming in at number 1. It's probably my 4th favorite coaster in the world. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.